Imagine this for a moment. You walk into a room and everyone smiles at you. They like you. They praise you. They even say good things behind your back. But the moment you turn around, they disobey you. They test your limits. They take advantage of your kindness. Now imagine another room. No one smiles. No one jokes. But when you speak, everyone listens. This is the difference between being loved and being feared. Niccolo Machiavelli once wrote a dangerous truth. It is better to be feared than loved. If you cannot be both, not because fear is noble, but because fear is reliable. Love is emotional. Fear is psychological. Love depends on mood. Fear depends on consequences. In psychological warfare, predictability is power. When people love you, they love you on their terms. They love you as long as you're useful, generous, and pleasing. The moment you disappoint them, love fades. But fear stays. Fear does not require affection. It requires clarity. People obey fear because it speaks directly to survival. The human brain is wired to avoid pain before it seeks pleasure. That's not morality, it's biology. This is why fear has always been a weapon of leaders, generals, and strategists. Not loud fear, not chaos, but controlled fear. The kind that whispers, cross the line, and there will be consequences. Here's where most people misunderstand this philosophy. Fear does not mean being cruel. It doesn't mean shouting, threatening, or humiliating others. That kind of fear only creates rebellion. True psychological fear is quiet. It is consistency. It is boundaries that never, ever move. When your actions are predictable, your authority becomes absolute. In relationships, workplaces, and social hierarchies, the person who desperately wants to be loved often loses power. They hesitate to say no. They over-explain their decisions. They forgive far too quickly. And people learn something dangerous about them. They learn there is no cost to disrespect. But the feared individual, they don't talk much. They don't need to explain themselves. They don't seek approval. Their silence becomes pressure. Their presence becomes weight. People think twice before testing them, not because they are aggressive, but because they are certain. Fear sharpens behavior. Love softens it. And in psychological warfare, softness is a vulnerability. Let's talk about respect, because this is where fear truly wins. Respect is not given to those who begged for it. Respect is given to those who can walk away and still remain powerful. Fear creates respect because it establishes a clear hierarchy. It answers the unspoken question in every human interaction: who has the upper hand? When people fear losing access to you, fear disappointing you, fear crossing you, they regulate their own behavior. You don't need to chase loyalty. You don't need to demand obedience. They do it for you. This is why love alone is dangerous. Love without fear creates entitlement. People start believing you owe them your patience, your time, your forgiveness. Fear removes entitlement. It reminds people that access to you is earned, not guaranteed. Now, here's the most important rule Machiavelli warned about. Never be hated. There is a thin line between fear and hatred. If you cross it, fear turns into revenge. Psychological warfare is not about destroying others. It's about positioning yourself so no one dares to destroy you. The perfect balance is this: be fair, but unyielding. Be calm, but unmovable. Be silent, but decisive. When people know you are capable of delivering consequences even if you rarely use that power, you control the game. Love makes people comfortable. Fear makes people careful. And in a world full of manipulation, betrayal, and hidden agendas, careful people are easier to navigate. So ask yourself this: do you want people to like you, or do you want them to think twice before crossing you? Because in psychological warfare, love is optional, but fear is power. Thank you for watching.